Hello, MoveEasy movers. Welcome to MoveEasy Yoga with Kathy. Today happens to be Tuesday, September 24th, 2024, but it's whenever you're watching this video. Today we're going to go back to the basics. We're doing the sideline series. We've done this before, but it's a basic routine that pretty much covers head to toe. So as far as props go, besides your chair or box or whatever you put your legs on in the beginning, just whatever you use when you are on your side supporting your head, folded blanket, block, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and start in our normal manner. Legs on a chair. They can be up a wall. They can be on a box. What we're doing is we're putting our lower back in traction. This is a restorative move. So we're going to be here for 7 minutes. You want to relax. Relax your shoulders, arms, wherever you choose. Breathe normally. Bring yourself, your awareness into your sacred yoga space. And here we go. Okay, time is up. Now, if you choose, you can press your tongue or roll your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That tightens your chin. We're going to slowly rotate our head from right to left about 6 times. You can also, if you choose, coordinate your breath. I always exhale when I'm to the light to the side, and then inhale as I'm moving my head, and then exhale the other side. You can do it any way you like. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. Now, the way we've been doing this is we've been using our optical nerve. We've been moving our eyes right and left to activate our vagus nerve. Via's come up with a new way where you press your thumbnail. If you want to do it either way, you can. I've tried pressing my thumbnail. I find that using my optic nerve works better for me. That's just me. But if you press your thumbnail, you use your other hand to just press your thumbnail and you hold it for about a minute and wait for a reaction. Sigh, swallow, gulp, or just a feeling of relaxation. And you do it on both sides. If you're doing the optic nerve way, your head is forward and it's just your eyes that move. So you'd be moving just your eyes to the right for about a minute, waiting for a reaction. Sigh, swallow, gulp, feeling of release, and then back to center. So that's what I'm going to cue, but you can do it any way you like. So start by moving your eyes to the right. In my case, it's a yawn and it comes right away because I'm used to doing it. Oh. And then back to center. And then move, keeping your head still, straight forward, eyes only to the left. And wait for your reaction or your release. And now twice more on each side without my cueing at your own pace. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can leave your head on whatever support you have, or you can replace it with a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball or something else. Up to you. I like the therapy balls. What we're doing here is we are pressing the occipital ridge. The back of our neck goes between our ears along the scalp line, away from the rest of our body. In this case, it's down towards the floor. We're going to press and hold and release about 6 times. Now, this can also activate the vagus nerve, so you may get the same kind of reaction. So press, hold, and release. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. And 2 more. Press, hold, excuse me, and release. And last one. Press, hold, and release. Okay. Now on to the breathing exercise. Today's breathing is called 5-7-3 breathing. So we've done this before. It's you inhale for 5, you exhale for 7, and then you hold it for the count of 3. So we'll do this about 3 times in a row here. So again, you inhale for 5, you hold, you exhale for 7, and you hold for 3. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Once more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3. Okay, neural breathing. I read that one the other day. It's another way to relax our nervous system. Okay. Now we're going to do vacuum. Now you can do this with your legs on your chair or box or couch, or you can move away or push your chair away. Now, this is for pelvic floor. Now, I read something the other day about pelvic floor, and they were talking about pelvic floor in yoga. And they did a study on 2 groups of women, or people, actually. One did yoga 3 times a week for 6 months, and just regular yoga poses and stretches. The other one did yoga with pelvic floor exercises, focus on pelvic floor. And at the end of that time, they tested to see about the urinary incontinence, the strength of the floor, and they found that there was not a whole lot of difference. The conclusion was doing yoga on its own is good for the pelvic floor. if you're focusing on it or not. It's just all the other movements, all the other stretches help the pelvic floor. So no matter what we're doing, we're helping our pelvic floor. But right now, we're going to do an exercise just for the pelvic floor. So what we're going to do is take a normal inhale, exhale everything out of our lungs. At the same time, press your lower back to the floor, belly button to the floor, flatten your back. That tightens your pelvic floor, creates a vacuum. We'll hold that with our breath out for the count of 10 and then release. We'll do that 3 times. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Flatten your back. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get your breath back. Okay, again. Normal inhale. Exhale everything. Empty your lungs. Tighten your pelvic area. Press your back down, your lower back down. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. If you notice, we're also doing pelvic tilts when we do this, tilting our pelvis back to flatten our back, which is also good for the hips. Okay, one last time. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. So while we're here, we're just going to do some windshield wipers for about, 40 seconds, slowly. You can do them wide leg. You can do them narrow leg. It's up to you. We're just kind of waking up our body, moving our hips. This is also a good segue between movements, but it's a good warm-up for the hip flexors and the hips in general. Okay. Now we're going to do just 1 or 2 things while we're still here. One is knee circles. So you take your right knee in your right hand, and your left knee in your left hand. Your feet are off the floor. Now you can do this any number of different ways. You can go apart with your legs and come together and make a circle. You can go side to side and make a circle. You can go together and apart or together and apart, whichever works for you. So we are moving our legs within our hip socket. And again, 40 seconds. Oh, man. This is also a very good hip opener. Knees together, back apart, kind of like you're rowing with your knees. So then the hip and the leg is a ball and socket joint. So we're moving it within that socket. Okay. Now that our knees are up, let's keep them up for just a minute. We're just going to do this a couple of times. Happy child rocking. So we go to one side and then the other. Just back and forth. I like this because it massages your back as well. Called happy child rocking. It's not the same as happy baby because you're not holding on your feet, just your knees, just back and forth. Okay, good job. All right. So let's go ahead and do our side lying routine. Bear with me for 1 second. I have to make a quick note. Okay. So I'm going to start on my right side. You can start on whichever side you choose. And I have a block for support. Now you want to make sure that your support keeps your head level. You don't want to be down like this or up like this. It's bad for your neck. So in my case, a thick block works. You might need more, you might need less. Everybody's different. So shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, knees are stacked, ankles are stacked. We're going to start with the arm straight out, palm facing the floor, scapula protraction, retraction. So your shoulder comes forward and then back. So you're moving your scapula forward and then back. Just the arm is moving. You can kind of see that it's staying level, but it's just moving about 6 times. If you do this in your home practice, you can do it more, but we're just doing it about 6 times. Forward and back, just with the shoulder. Okay. The next movement starts the same way. The arm comes up, straight arm, and then down. Sunrise, sunset. I'm not going to start singing the song. Sunrise. Nope. And then down. We're moving the shoulder in different ways. Up and then down. And then up and then down. And then up and then down. And one more. Up and then down. Okay. All right. Quick rest. Now this next one, your arm is up the way it was before. And I personally like to put my other hand on top of my shoulder so I can feel the rotation. But what we're going to do is we're going to rotate from the shoulder. It's too easy to rotate from the wrist. It's like turning a doorknob here. So I put my hand into a loose fist and rotate from the shoulder, and you should be able to feel it in your shoulder. So rotate forward and then back. And again, this is from the shoulder. We're rotating that arm and that ball and socket joint back and forth. So the whole arm is moving, not the wrist. It's almost like you're holding a stick along your arm. And this is a very good shoulder move. Okay. So that's that. The second triplet starts with a fancy name. It's called Half Technical Snow Angel. It's not that hard. Sounds hard. We start with our hand at our hip, and the palm is facing the ceiling. The arm stays straight, comes up and over, scooting down so you can see me. Comes up and over, and when it's above your head, the palm comes forward and then back. Again, we're rotating the arm and the shoulder joint. When it's back by your hip, the palm comes forward and up and over. And then back. And I misspoke back earlier. When it comes back to your hip, the palm goes towards the ceiling. And up and over. Palm forward and back. Palm ceiling and up and over. We're moving slowly, so our brain registers what we're doing, and slower movements are best. One last one. Up and over, and then back. Okay. The next movement is arm circles. This happens to be my favorite. So again, your arm is straight. We're going to start by going back. And we are going to make the circle as big as is comfortable for you. Nothing else is moving, just the arm. So try to make it, you'll find that your hand will rotate. Your palm will rotate as your arm circles around. But nothing else is moving. This is the best thing for the shoulder. And the slower you move, the better it is. Again, we're rolling it around in that ball and socket joint. Now go the other way. And you may hear, I'm hearing some cracking. It's creaking, but that's good. We're loosening up that joint, lubricating it. This is a good thing to do every day if you have shoulder issues. Okay. All right. The third move is called flying pizza. So your elbow is at your waist, your arm is extended forward, your palm facing the floor. And then we come up and rotate the hand so the palm is facing the head, just as far as you can. This works the rotator cuff. And then down, and then back up. And down, and back up. And down, and back up. Now you may not be able to come up as far, but just come up as far as you can without pain. And eventually you'll be able to go further if you choose. But this works your rotator cuff in your back. And then one more. And up. Okay. Well, that's it for the arm at this point. So let's work on our legs now. So your lower leg, if you want, can be bent for better support, or you can have them both extended. We're going to start with leg lifts. We're not going to go all the way up. We're just going to go up part way, and we're going to droop the foot. So until you go up until you feel your hips start to engage, and then you come back down. Because we're only working the leg. We're not working the hip here. Nothing else is moving, just the leg. So I can come up a lot further, but I would be engaging the rest of my body. So up and down. Very simple movements, but they do a lot. And one more. There we go. Okay, for this next one, you might want to bend your lower leg. We're going to go forward with our leg, with the foot flexed, and then back with the same leg, pointing the foot and tightening the glutes. Forward flex, backward point, tighten, release. Forward flex, backward point, tighten, release. Forward flex, backward point, tighten, release. Okay. Now for this next movement, you'll want to again have both legs bent, knees stacked, hips stacked, ankles stacked. We're doing clams. So our feet stay together, just the knee comes up. So up and back down, and up and back down. Again, just the leg is moving. If you find your hips start to engage, reduce the movement. Up and back down, and up and back down. And one more. Then we're going to do a little change here. And if you're like me and you have short arms, you have to move your knees closer. We're going to do this with resistance. So I'm going to be pressing my knee down as the knee comes up, and the knee is winning. And then as the knee goes down, the knee is pushing up and my hand is pushing it down. So the hand is winning. Now, when I do this, I can feel it all the way up into my hip. So we only do a few of these. So up and down, and up and down. And this is with resistance. Up and down. And one more. Up and down. All right. Good job. Let's flip over to the other side. Yep. Flip. Okay. Let's get all set up here. Again, we want to make sure everything is stacked. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. And we're going to start with the arm. Straight out, palm down. Scapula, protraction, retraction. Protraction, retraction. Your arm is on a plane, flat plane going forward and back. And I find, because I can see myself, if you do this in front of a mirror, you can make sure you're doing it correctly so the arm stays flat. And retraction, one more. Protraction, retraction. Okay. Now we're going to do sunrise, sunset. Same position as before. Arm up and back down. And arm up and back down. And up and back down. Again, my arm is the only thing that's moving. I'm not moving my body, just my arm. Up and then back down. And one more. Up and back down. Okay. Now we're going to do the shoulder rotation. So we start with our arm up in the sunrise position. And my fingers are actually on top of my shoulder. That's where I feel it. A loose fist keeps you from just moving your wrist. So forward and back and forward, back. Well, I can feel this in the shoulder. Forward and back and forward and back and one more. Forward and back. Okay. That's the first triplet. The second triplet starts with the half technical snow angel. So arm is straight, palm is to the ceiling. I'm going to scoot down just a little here. And then straight arm comes up and over, up by your head, palm forward, and then it comes back. It's like you're doing a slow wave to someone. Palm up and over. Palm forward and back. We're going to do two more. Palm up and over. Palm forward and back. Up and over. Forward and back. Okay. And feel free to shake out your arm or your hand at any time. Now we're going to do my favorite arm circles. We're going to start by going back. Now your arm stays straight. And again, it's the only thing that's moving. You're not moving your torso, just the arm. They are meant, the ball and socket joint, meant to be used in a circle. Moving slowly. Your wrist and your hand are going to rotate. Okay, I love this movement. And then we're going to go the other way. Try to make this circle as big as you can without pain. If you are experiencing some pain, make the circle smaller or go slower or stop. This really helped me when I had shoulder issues. One more. It feels so good. Okay. Good job. Now the next movement is the flying pizza. So elbow at your waist. Your lower arm is extended, palm to the floor. And then up we go. Palm rotates towards your head. And then down again. Just level with your arm. You notice I'm not moving my hand down any lower. This is even. And then it comes up and goes back down. And up and back down one last one. Up and back down. Okay. You got your arm, your hand, if you choose. We're going to work on our legs now. Again, you can have your lower leg bent for more support if you choose. So the leg is going to dangle. We're not holding it up. And we're going to do leg raises. We're only coming up as far as we can before our hip engages. So it's not very far. Up and down. It could only be a few inches. Everybody's different. Up and down. And down. Letting the foot dangle. And down. Up and down. And two more. Up and down. And down. Okay. Now for this next move, you will want to bend your lower leg. So we're going to come forward with the foot and flex. Straight leg. Then go back with the foot and point, and at the same time, tighten your glutes. Forward flex, back point, tighten glutes, release. Forward flex, back point, tighten glutes, release. Forward flex, back point, glutes, release. One more. Forward flex, back point, glutes, and release. Okay, good job. Now for this next, for clams, both knees need to be bent. We keep our ankles together, and we're just raising the knee and bringing it back down. Raising the knee and back down. This works our abductors and our adductors. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down. One more. Up and down. Now we're going to do it with resistance. I need to move my knees closer because my arms are short. So I'm pressing down with my hand and pressing up with my knee. But the knee is winning. And as I go down, the knee is pushing up and my hand is pushing down and the hand is winning. So these are pretty intense. We're only going to do a few of those. So up and down and up and down. So this not only works the knee, and I feel it all the way up to my hip, it works the arm as well. Up and down and up and down. And two more. Up and down and up and down. All right. Good job. That's basically our sideline practice. Now, we do need to stand at some point during the class. So we're going to go ahead and stand now at a wall and do a couple of wall movements. So I need to move things around just a little here. So we're going to start with back bend at the wall. You can do this at a wall, at a door. We're standing in good posture. about 3 or 4, 5 inches from the wall. Good posture. Ankles and hips. Hips are above ankles, shoulders are above hips, head is erect, shoulders back. Now we're going to come up with our arms, elbows as close to your head as possible, and put our fingertips or our hands on the wall. This is the posture. Notice I'm going out with my chest, but not my hips. We're going to hold this for 40 seconds. So my watch updated. Now all my timers are gone. There it is. Okay, up we go. Elbows as close to your head as possible. If you have shoulder issues, they can be out. This is for the upper back bend at the wall. We hold it for 40 seconds so our body has time to adjust to it. Okay, it's working. And down we go. Okay. And one more movement. Hold on just a second. Yeah. We're going to do a spine twist at the wall. I want you to see where my feet are. So, right foot forward, left foot back. I need a production assistant in here. Okay, right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your waist, palms up. Then we rotate to the wall and put our palms on the wall. Again, we're going to hold that for 40 seconds. There we go. Now this also rotates. This rotation also is for the back, especially the upper back from our bra strap up. Carry a lot of stress there. So it's always good to release that. Try to make sure that your hands are even. And here we are. Now we're going to do the other side. So my left side's against the wall, left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at waist, hands up, set timer. Rotate, hands on wall. Here we go. And there we go. Good job. Good job. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's get ready for Yoga Nidra. Put yourself in a comfortable position. It can be lying down, it can be sitting. You might want to cover your eyes. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. Works deeply on your nervous system to control your energies. Might want to roll yourself up in a blanket, make sure you're warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. It's going to be 90 here today. So move your attention through the points that I mentioned, as I mentioned them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your arms out above your head. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Stretch one side and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. And take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. And straighten that leg out. Now both knees up to your chest. And slowly rock back and forth. We did this in the beginning and it felt so good. Feels good again. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side with your head as support. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. Just rest, breathe, be grateful. You did a thing for yourself today. Pat yourself on the back. I'm grateful for you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I'm grateful to Via for introducing me to this. Okay, come on up to sitting. Going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Hands at your heart. You might want to press your hands together just for a minute. Feel some of that shoulder work we did. And then release. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. See you on Saturday.